Mr. Truck here with another exciting truck review. We're on our way up the Rockies. Today we have a 2017 Ford F150 with the second generation 3.5 Ecoboost, and it has dual injection, port and direct. On a 10-speed automatic. We're pulling this toy hauler here. We're going to see what it does in the mountains. I have my granddaughter Symphony here. How much power do we have, Symphony?
375 horsepower and 470 torque.
We got a red light.
We're live
going up the mountain
from Colorado.
This has been a long week. A lot of trucks. And anyway, here we are with this F-150 with the new second generation Ecoboost. And we're climbing up the Rockies on I-70 heading toward Dillon. We haven't done this, you and me, in a long time. We used the Estes run, but everything worked out wrong for us today. We had some other reviews we were supposed to do.
It's not cloudy, it's rainy.
Yeah, it's raining, it's weird.
Someone made me get out.
Yeah, we need to do these for like a week at a time so we can finally get some clear weather. But I usually get clear weather. This is unusual. I don't know how many cameras you're going to be able to see anything from in the wetness. But, you know, and this is a new 10-speed, which I've driven before up in Detroit. And I thought that was great, having those gears. The transmission takes up hardly any more space. It's like an inch longer. But when you're in tow haul mode, it'll go through most of the gears. If you have it out of tow haul mode, like I said, might jump a few gears. You don't have to go through all 10 of them. And it shifts so seamlessly, you don't even notice what's going on. And this is the tricky part. So when you learn to drive up here, you got a truck in that lane, you got to make sure this lane's clear.
Yeah.
So we're doing all this fun stuff, and then people drive so fast up here, you know, it's ski country. And it's Saturday night. People are on their way to go skiing. But this engine's got plenty of power. I mean, it's very regular rocket. You keep the trailer off of it. It does very well with the trailer. We are, what's the weight I put on in that corner of the trailer down here somewhere? You'll see it.
6,700.
6,700 is what the trailer weighs. I think the truck weighed 5,800. But this, what I'm disappointed in is we've already used this truck with the Fast Lane truck folks, and I was driving it, and it took 10 events from the Eisenhower Tunnel, or whichever tunnel it is, going west to Dillon. It was 10 events. Of course, the Chevrolet with a 6.2 and an 8-speed and a 342 axle ratio did 11, which I don't remember that being that severe braking. So I'm wondering, that means that there's less grade braking or grade shifting than there used to be. And this one has have axle ratios of 355, which is good. That's a good towing axle. But it got brake 10 different times coming down that hill, and that's it's 11,000 feet. You start out and you go for about 8 miles, 7% grades. That's a tough one. It's a very tough test, very tough road. All the manufacturers come out here to test their trucks. So I couldn't figure out why so many brake events, because you put the right gear ratio, a lot of gears, and all that power, and you would think that each gear would give you a little bit of grade shifting, a little bit of grade braking, like what I want. And it didn't. Actually, I think last year we had the 5.0 with the 302 V8, with a 6-speed, and it grade braked a lot less. And so I was trying to figure this out because everything pointed to where this should have a better grade brake, grade shift, downshift, and it didn't happen. So what I'm thinking now is a lot of that has to do with higher RPMs, because we had so many gears and shifted so many times, it never really went very high in any gear. So your RPMs, those higher RPMs is what helps you with grade shifting, with engine braking from the grade shifting down a gear and holding you in that gear. Is what tow haul mode does. It holds you in gears longer, so it doesn't overheat your transmission, and you actually, that's like an engine braking, and so that gives you better slow down power. And so that's what I'm thinking now. As much as I like 10 speeds and 8 speeds, I'm almost thinking that the less gears gives you more RPM per gear, gives you more grade braking per gear. Now, that's my theory now, because my other theories didn't work out. It couldn't really explain why it was braking so many times coming down the hill. And Ford and GM are the best at grade braking, grade shifting, and they didn't perform this year that way. So I'm trying to explain it, trying to understand it, and that's my theory. So anyway, we're flying up here in the mountains. Of course, this thing has plenty of power. I mean, this is only, what I say, was a 6,700 pound trailer?
Yeah, 6,700.
And see, that's nothing as far as a load. I mean, this one I think is rated at 11,500. Is the trailer that is rated to tow. We're a long ways from maximum towing. This has max tow package, but we're not stretching this at all. So we think we did 9,000 pounds, 9,100 pounds with the Fastlane truck folks. But this thing, and that was what I've noticed on that same run with the Fastlane truck folks coming up the hill. At any point in that 8-mile run, I could have accelerated, which is really great. I mean, that's so cool when you can pass somebody even with pulling a trailer up a grade at higher altitude. That's power. And a lot of that has to do with twin turbos. Twin turbos work really well at altitude. So here we are, the car just about to run into us. And what are we going to do, car? I couldn't move over and you couldn't pace yourself, so there we are.
Well, brake's good.
Yeah. I mean, we got the trailer brake set. I think it's on 4.5 gain. And it's not that slick yet. That's the thing about driving in the Rockies in the winter, is when you have snow piled on the side of the road like you do here at the tunnels, and then it melts, that means the snow is turning to water and running across the road, so there's a sheet of water on the highway, and then the sun goes down and it freezes. Now you're like black ice. You're on a pure sheet of ice. That's the scary part of the mountains this time of the year. You got a lot of that freezing and thawing going on. You're trying to drive on it, and those kind of conditions when you're on ice, yeah, you got ABS, but you're not going to have it on your trailer unless you're one of the lucky ones who bought an ABS for your trailer. So you don't want to just hit your brake with the trailer. You want to grab that brake controller, which is way down here now on the F-150, and put it behind that Pro trailer backup system of theirs, so you can't hardly even see it. So you got to feel down there.
It's kind of hidden underneath.
Yeah, it is. It used to be up where that knob is. But anyway, so in those situations on ice, don't just hit your foot brake, hit the trailer brake without your foot brake. You try to let the trailer straighten you out on the ice. But anyway, okay, son, since it's risky conditions and I'm driving, what else does my notes say? Now, there's a lot of equipment on this. This is a Platinum. And I want to take a picture of these seats because they're really cool, but a great color. What color is that? That's up here somewhere. Like a ruby red or something? It's kind of dark here. I don't know if these lights are going to help us or not.
I don't see where it says. Oh. No.
It's one of those top lines. It's the color. Might be in the black part up there. Like right up here somewhere.
Oh, ruby red metallic tinted clear coat, right? CC?
Yeah.
It's a pretty pickup.
Yeah, it is. This has those running boards that pop open with the door.
Yeah, automatic.
I'm used to them now, so I don't get hit in the shin anymore like I used to.
Yeah, if you don't know they're there, you can.
Are these 20-inch
It's got
wheels?
a remote tailgate.
Yes. I won't show that on film, but it's raining now. But yeah, it says the remote tailgate, so you just push the button on one of the key fobs, and your tailgate lowers. That's pretty cool. And then it also has a tailgate step, which, you know, when I did that in 15, they buried in the door instead of having all those ribs on top of the tailgate. You can't sit on. You can't. You know, I use it for a bench and I'm working on stuff. So this is a more usable tailgate with that step in it. That moonroof's about the only option this truck doesn't have. It's got the nice tow package. We got the big mirrors, which I like, which you need to have. This trailer's 8.5 feet wide. The box is 26 feet long. We're well balanced. We've got a weight distributing hitch. This one is an Anderson. And we've got the Ford factory brake controller. The trailer's not swaying. We're actually under control. And look, son, there's not much traffic. You can probably do really well on this.
Yeah.
It's coming back. There's more traffic.
There's more people going towards Denver than there is going up.
That's where I'm going to let you drive. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah. Everybody's coming down the hill from skiing. So.
I know, they're coming back early. Well, you got enough. That seat back there is a really big seat and a lot of leg room. You know, it's made for big screen TVs or whatever you want to haul.
It's very comfy.
Yeah.
I fell asleep.
And you actually, not that we're using it yet, but you have, in this package, it has rear heated seats back there.
Oh yeah. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. You got all kinds of, did you get your
so you
GPS
got-
working? Yeah, heated seats up front, and she
got
should have her own
cool-
buttons back there. Yeah.
Yeah, cooling seats are
But
cool.
they usually don't when they have side ones though.
Yep.
So what is warranty? Bumper to bumper,
Should be 3 or
3 years,
36.
36. Powertrains, 5 years.
I read off the.
80,000 miles.
Yeah. What's 80,000 miles?
This is the powertrain.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds new. I don't remember that being that good on a gas engine. This looked like me like it had
No,
mostly
it's
5-star
60,
crash.
sorry.
60,000.
It's 60.
Now that's
Sorry.
unbelievable. Yeah, it's hard to read. That's a very small print. And they try to smash it all into one little tiny page. Look at the 5-star crash ratings on this. They're all over the place. I think it's mostly all 5-star crash ratings. See where they are?
Oh
The
yeah,
stars?
overall scores, 5-star, frontal crash, 5-star, actually,
I think it was almost all 5 stars.
yeah, the only thing that's not 5-star is a rollover.
And that was
It's
4-star? Yeah. Well, that's cool. What's the MSRP? That's over there in the bottom somewhere.
It's 62,950,000.
Okay. That's getting up into that super
Not as
duty
much
range.
as I thought it was.
Yeah. Yeah, this has got sprayed in bed liner. I mean, it's got, like I say, everything but moonroof. And it's got it in tow haul mode, but this also has a sport mode, which is wonderful. You put it in sport mode, it gives you an extra kick, and it has to do with RPMs and holding your transmission. These must be automatic windshield wipers too, because they're going faster on the ground. More camera back there, I'm sure it's soaked. I bet we can't see much on it. It's just not been a good weather day for shooting a video.
Yeah. The interior is kind of cool because you got dark in here. It chrome plated around some of the
Yeah.
vents and stuff.
It's a good looking interior. Like the new Expedition that just came out. It looks a lot like the insides of this. And it's the new aluminum one.
Oh,
And it's a 10-speed transmission. They're all kind of
Is
staying
it
in the family.
Expedition?
Yeah,
Or no, Excursion's the one that they eliminated.
Yeah, that's the extinct one. It had the 44-gallon gas tank and V10s and diesels and everything else. I missed that truck and I liked it. But it's all supply and
It
demand.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Is that through the speaker?
Yeah, I'm sure it's augmented somewhat. I don't know
Augmented
how
somehow.
much, but yeah. They try to make it a little more masculine tone.
Yeah.
A deeper voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always like their gauge layout on
It
this.
doesn't have speakers in the bed. That's disappointing.
No, a Honda's the only one that has speakers in the bed. That's a bridge
Well,
light
they're
thing.
killing it.
Yeah, yeah. It's got power tilt and telescope. I like. Some of the controls are a little out of the way, and some of the stuff here on the left side steering wheel, and they got them all slanted on the door, and that's a little different for me too. But this is that aluminum body truck.
So how much do they trim off the weight for the aluminum? I mean,
You know, I used to know that number. I think it's like around that 700 pound.
700.
I think that's in that range. I have to look it up. That's a good question, though. I probably should have looked it up.
That's doing good considering the weather's kind of wet and nasty.
Yep, that's true. Which makes braking. See, now I'm pushing the brake. It's grade shifting like it's supposed to do. I was used to grade shift a little more. There we go. Grade shifted again. That's around that 51 miles an hour. So this is doing well, but I don't have an extreme heavy trailer. That's what you want. You want the engine helping you. You want everything working. Which is, you know, why you want a balanced load. Why you want to level up the truck and the trailer so all your brakes are working, all your bearings are working.
It didn't
Team
squat
effort.
all that much. I mean, seems like it didn't squat as much as the one that we took to Moab.
The Moab was like, yeah, it was a 16. These came out in 15. They first came out with this new little body, and they had shorter leaf springs. I used to keep getting them longer for a better ride. And I figured out it was causing some squats, and then it was shorter. And then I think last year they started doing them longer again because I noticed that the squat keeps changing on these trucks. But
Yeah, because the one that we took, was it a 2016?
I think it was a 16.
Yeah, it squatted.
It squatted.
Really.
Yeah, bad. I had to keep tightening the heck out of the chains on the Anderson weight distributing hitch just to get that level. We moved the weight around. We had a motorcycle in the bed, and then we moved it back.
We did do that, didn't we?
Yeah, we were trying to level that out. It was not an easy thing. And that's another thing. Anderson's great weight distributing. It's really good for sway control. But the problem with it is that it will not lift the back end off the ground. You know, a regular heavy-duty sway control, weight distributing spring arms will put so much pressure on they'll actually lift the back of the truck off the ground. And that Anderson won't do that. It figures you need to balance your load and be smart about it. And in this particular truck, I think those heavier spring arms would have done a better job. I'll have to do that. I can do that. I can get a Gen Y hitch. I've got those. I just need to add this weight distributing to it because that will definitely spring it up in here. And that's nice being able to have one hitch does it all. One hitch is your adjustable ball and your weight distributing and your pencil and everything else. The roads are getting a little slicker. Well, the temperature's 37, so it's not freezing yet, but I can feel a little bit of movement back there.
Yeah, we don't have snow yet. We're still got rain, so. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be up here at nighttime after it raining like this.
It's cool up here at Idaho Springs. That water wheel.
Oh, yeah.
It's all frozen. It looks so cool. A little bit of water on top.
Is that what this is here?
No, it's around the corner here. Right there. Yeah, Symphony, I was going to have you climb up into the bed and use that step and show us all the cool stuff, but yeah, it's raining. Idaho Springs. There's Idaho Springs. Now this, they just did a bunch of construction here. We'll see the water wheel. We're going to go through town. See if we can get in trouble. They don't want semis going through here, but we're not exactly the semi.
Tunnel.
Yipper.
I seen you almost take out somebody in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Where were you in?
Well, what was I in? I might have been this truck here, actually.
Yeah, I think
we were pulling 90, 100 pounds, but our camera truck was ahead of us. And he got surprised by it too. And so, of course, we didn't see it until our camera truck pulled over, and then there it is. 30 feet in front of me is this stopped truck. And so we were blessed that there was nobody in our left lane, because that's the first thing you do is you want to see where you can go, if you're going to do a head-on or what you're going to do. But even if there was a car in your left lane and you were to pull over the left lane, you're going to hit them and probably bounce right back to the right lane. And so we probably would have...
And that was in Eisenhower Tunnel.
It was in the Eisenhower Tunnel, yeah. And at that point, we probably would have just had to go right into the back of that RV.
Yeah,
hope the airbag saved somebody, but that would have been probably our best shot. But fortunately, looking through the window, there was nobody in the window, and I hit the brakes and backed those people up behind us, and we were able to make a quick dive. And I turned out within 10 feet of that RV.
Yeah.
It was very close. Yeah, there's a lot of dangers out here, and I mean, that guy, if you can, you got to be able to live out the tunnel, whether it's a flat tire, whatever it is, but I have no idea what his story was or what happened. But the most dangerous thing you can do is stop in the middle of the tunnel with
Were you looking for the Idaho Springs?
Did I miss it?
Yep.
I just missed it.
Yep.
Mr. Truck here, some exciting news. My book is finally out. I wrote this book with Andre Smirnoff of the Fast Lane Truck. It's the Fast Lane Truck's guide to pickup trucks. And what that means is Andre talks about all the different stats in here, the different races we did, the different tests we did, climbing up the mountain with loads, doing miles per gallon with loads, doing the track with loads, all these different things to help judge a truck and then pick about the best ones. He talks about future trucks. On my side, I talk about how to judge a used truck. Should you buy a new truck or a used truck? Should you buy a diesel or a gas truck? So all those things are in there. We talk about transmissions. We talk about trailers, how to get the trailer matched to your truck so it's a safe towing experience. So we talk about payload, how to figure that, gross combined weight rating, axle weight rating, tongue weight, all those different things. We talk about teenage safety when they learn to drive. So we're doing a lot of that in the book. And you can get this at all the independent stores like Tattered Cover. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Barnes & Noble. And it's just awesome. If you want to look up Google, just go Truck Nuts book. Make sure you put book in there or you might be surprised. But buy the book.
The EPA rates this 2017 F-150 with the Ecoboost 3.5 at 23 on the highway, 17 in the city, and 20 combined, which is kind of in the middle of the road there with all the other F1, with all the other half tons in this Class 1 category. I got special box lighting. Let me go right through right quick some of the options on this to get to that 62,950. Yeah, it's got those LED sport lights or spotlights on the outside of the mirror. Full extended mirror, full pedals. I remember when those first came out. Memory in the driver's seat. The memory on these seats is really good on this one. Usually you have to fiddle with them. On this one, I just moved everything, pushed the button, and the light came on in the middle, said your memory is set. So this has been one of the easier ones to do. Don't know what curve control is exactly. It's got a lot of blind spot things on here, a lot of different cameras. It's got that 360 view. The backup camera, and these are one of the best backup cameras there is because not only do they have the lines that move with the truck and the green and the red, but they also, the ones that I know of, that have that black line in the middle. Well, you can put that black line right on your coupler of your trailer across the ball of your truck, and there you go. You can't get any closer than that. That's a fantastic system they have set up on this. This one has that Pro Trailer feature. And I have one trailer at home that does have the decals for that, because your camera has to read that checkerboard decal to work. And I can see that would work for a lot of people, first-time backer-uppers towing trailers. But for me, it's just in a way. But I understand the value in it. It can't all be 40 years experience towing trailers, and that's kind of how it splits up. You get all these new cool features. You don't have to use them if you don't need them. But I wouldn't be the one who ordered it on my truck. But I do see the value. Trailer brake controller, and just wish that trailer brake controller was up higher. But adaptive cruise control, one of my favorite things. And now Ford, like on Super Duty, also has adaptive steering. But adaptive cruise control locks on the guy in front of you, so you pace yourself with them, which is great with a trailer because you get on a lot of interstates and there's heavy traffic, and you're always hitting your brakes, which shuts off cruise control. On this, it just monitors itself how close to the vehicle in front of you. So you set your speed, and it tries to get to that speed. If there's a vehicle slowing down where you can't reach the speed you want, then it locks on the guy in front of you. I love adaptive cruise control. One of my favorite features. This Platinum is definitely loaded. The ruby red, by golly. They're 20-inch polished aluminum wheels. 355 rear end. It's electronic locker on the rear axle. This is the Max Tow package. Auto stop start. And I haven't noticed on this where it actually stops because I'm in tow haul mode most of the time. So that probably hasn't had a chance to do all that. But yeah, combined weight rating between a truck and trailer maximum is 16,900, and on the tow haul mode, that's sport mode, you just push the button again and it flat out flies. These are fun trucks. 11,500 max tow package. I mean, I don't really want to go over that in a half ton. I know Ford on one of the stripped down models can go to 12,200, but that's not where I would go on a half ton truck. But that's a lot of horsepower, 375 and 470 torque. That's like diesel torque. But this is cool. Wish the weather was better so we could show you more, but it is what it is. You get what you get, and you don't have a fit.